This is Matrix Lord 212. Hello, everybody. All right, so I wanted to really talk about Doctor Who for a minute, and I want to sort of explain the whole concept of what it means with HBOMax and the BBC and Doctor Who. Okay, I've been saying this for a while. BBC is getting tons of money from HBOMax and China for Doctor Who. Chris Chibnall loves to go to exotic locales where they haven't been able to do stuff like that with Doctor Who for a long time. And he's still continuing to do so with this wonderful money they're getting from HBOMax and China. Okay? So the thing is, you got to look at Doctor Who as, I know everybody's like ratings. But you got to sort of look at it like a promotion for Doctor Who where, yes, like the BBC has ratings, but they're getting money from an outside source for Doctor Who, for their show. They're getting money thrown at them. Same thing like China, throwing money at them. And ratings is not completely a factor because HBO Max is worried about HBO Max. HBO Max is not worried about the ratings with BBC because they feel that they want Doctor Who on their program, on their platform. They could promote it better. They're worried about how they portray it on their streaming service, whatever, right? So they're not concerned with the ratings. And BBC is not concerned with the ratings. So they like Jodie Whittaker. You know, Jodie Whittaker really isn't going anywhere. And, you know, of course, I said before that, you know, she's going to get offered a contract extension. And she's probably going to take it. And that's what actually happened. So now, the thing is, anybody that says, oh, she was only signed on for a year or two, that's baloney. Because she had the same deal that everybody else had, like 3-year deal. So now she has a contract extension. And the thing is that they are willing to throw more money. And they're already paid for Series 13, 14, and 15. In fact, they even paid for the 60th anniversary special, which now with HBO Max in China, this may be a huge deal, okay? The 60th anniversary may be a huge production deal, all right? And again, HBO Max has different rules. I mean, look, they took a movie like Justice League, right? That didn't really do what they wanted it to do. It was successful, but not really completely successful. And in a mood, because they see that the fans really want a Snyder cut, they're throwing like $200 million at Zack Snyder to do a Justice League cut. Which, basically, if you're throwing $200 million to do a cut, it's really making a new movie, kind of, right? It's not like really, stuff is not even filmed. And they're restarting everybody, like Ben Affleck and all that, right? So they do what they want. So if they could do that with the Justice League and it could screw up all the DC plans and movie plans or whatever, because if it's a success, then they could do what they want with Doctor Who, and they're not really concerned with how it does on a different platform like BBC, all right? And this is a good thing for Doctor Who because there's more money spent on it. The only drawback is, like us fans experience, is the fact that the writing isn't better than the special effects and all the money they're getting. The writer needs to be above average. The writing needs to be above average. You know, Jodie needs to get the best script she can get, and that's not taking place. And that's what everybody's concerned with because this whole timeless child thing is a disaster. Destroying canon like that, in my opinion, it's a disaster. Now, you know, there is possibility that this timeless child thing won't go away in Series 13 and may get dragged out to Series 14 or 15, which I really hope that's not the case. So there's a lot of things to look forward to with Doctor Who. I know people are not happy, some people, and some people are happy. But there's other things I wanted to talk about, too, with Doctor Who. And that is that when I made my video, I said Jodie Whittaker is going to be in Series 14. Now, if you notice, I saw the article as well, but I did not say she was going to be part of Series 15. And if you really look at the Twitter article carefully, it says current Doctor and crew. Now, technically, Joe Martin is also a Doctor and part of the cast and crew. And that's why I felt, okay, I'm not going to say Jodie Whittaker for Series 15 because more than likely Joe Martin's going to be a future Doctor, and she's probably going to be what Jodie regenerates into. So I'm not entirely convinced that, and I haven't heard anything from my source beyond Jodie doing Series 14. Again, I know that she got a contract extension. It probably is Series 14 and 15, but there is the factor of Joe Martin and how is she fit into all this? Is she just going to go away? Because if she's a future Doctor, you can't just, introduce her and then Chibnall leaves after Series 15, and then you never see Joe Martin again. If she's not even a Doctor 14, she's beyond that. So, of course, the contract extension it'd probably be more than, Series 14. It's going to be the 60th anniversary special. And again, expect that to be a big deal. I mean, they did these Zoom conferences or whatever conferences with Jodie, with David Tennant, with Matt Smith. If you don't think they're going to be a part of it, think again. They're going to pull out all the stops. They're going to throw money, and this thing's going to be a huge deal. Maybe even to the point that they're releasing in the theaters, if theaters ever return, and they'll have multiple Doctors in it, because HBOMax is going to really make this a huge deal. All right, so I hope I clarified some things with this video. I'm not going to be able to talk to my source for a little while, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to talk to him this week, maybe next week. But still, at least we know that. And again, here's the thing, too. I've said this over and over and over again that Doctor Who is getting, money from HBO Max and China while the people are trying to deflect and say that's not the case. Listen, them going to all these exotic locales, they didn't have the money for that before. And don't tell me it's because they got an accountant, because there's no way that you're going to get the best hotels and everything else like that. And that's another dampener, too, about the COVID thing, is that in order for Chibnall to continue doing what he wants to do, to go traveling, that could put a damper on a delay of Series 13 because he wants to go, different parts of the world. And also the fact that they're supposed to be filming in China at some point in time, because China wants, in on it. They want them to come to China. So, you know what? I think personally that, with everything going on with COVID, that everybody's trying to play it safe and just say that, 2020 is a wash, and 2021, let's just go. And if you see how everything's going on with the movies lately, they're delaying just about everything up until, say, Halloween to next year. Now, we didn't get any delays with Wonder Woman or Black Widow yet, but I'm predicting that's going to get delayed probably too, because the numbers are all over the place. But we'll have to wait and see. But that will affect Doctor Who too, because if Chibnall is traveling, all over the place, and he can't because of that. And keep in mind too that whenever they start filming, the day we find out that they start filming, 10 months later, that's when they're done. So, if they start filming in January, good luck. I don't think you're going to get, Series 13 in 2021. And I've said this already. I've said this many a times that, you had Doctor Who 2018, then the special 2019, then Doctor Who 2020. You're going to have the special on New Year's Day probably. They're probably not going to have a Christmas Day. If Chibnall doesn't like Christmas thing, like special. So it's going to be New Year's Day, the Dalek resolution and the Daleks, whatever. And then you're probably going to have Series 13 in 2022. You're probably going to have the special in 2023. Which would be the 60th, and then that's it. Then you'll have Series 14, and there you go. I mean, unless he can get it filmed quicker, I have no idea. I mean, it's too early to tell right now. We don't know what's going on, if they have an idea. And just keep in mind, too, that the later that they delay the filming, the greater the chance it is that Bradley Walsh and Tossin Cole and Mandip Gill will have freer schedules to do probably entire series. I mean, that's the whole point, is that the more it's delayed, they may open up and clear up, and whatever plans they had, if they were going to leave, maybe they won't leave. You could have a situation where you thought like Clara was leaving, and then, the actress decided to stay, and then there you go. You know, same thing like the Ponds. Ponds are leaving, but then next thing you know, oh, here we go. Like, you know, a couple episodes in the series in the beginning. So, you know, you can't say definitively what's happening, regardless of what's going to happen in the special, which I'm not really sure concerning the companions. But, you know, part of the crew is not just, you know, Yaz and, you know, Graham and, you know, Ryan. It's Joe Martin's doctor is part of the crew, and Captain Jack. You know, even though he appeared and he's going to appear in a special, you know, he might appear from time to time. So, and Joe Martin's a factor too, you know, and especially Sacha Dhawan too. He's going to appear again. So there you go. This is a long video. Sorry to drive you guys crazy. I'll try to do some podcasts before work. Take care. Bye for now.